big question, Ron Smith.
I agree. I mean, I think it's a question of, are you going to come out here and battle and try to get back into this basketball game, or are you just going to go away?
Furman has the ball to begin the second half. Austin Kroon, Charlie Reddick, Colin Reddick, Kendrick Ferrara, the starting five out there. Here's Colin in the paint, passing down low to Ferrara on the block, out to Bobby Austin. Open three on the way, too strong, no good, and rebound by Simpson. He's out there with Locke and Parker and Williams and Armstrong, their starting five, and Simpson driving on Charlie to the baseline. His shot is short, no good, and Colin Reddick clears the rebound. Kroon flying down the lane on the run, shot up off the glass, no good. Steven hits the deck as Locke clears the boards for the Spartans. Ahead to Parker, nice little stutter step, and his move misses off the glass. Colin Reddick another rebound, ahead to Kroon. A lot of action in the first minute of play, no baskets. Kroon working on Armstrong. Runner off the glass from the left side is good. Hit the deck again, but got that one to go. They just isolated Kroon on Armstrong and said, you know what, you're a little quicker than that fire plug. Go get him. Ferrara out, and Bryant Irwin back in.
Oh, man, got to talk on that. That's a big screen by Locke.
Yep, it's on Kroon. Here's Locke driving. His shot is no good. Rebound. Bobby Austin had it, but he had it standing on the baseline out of bounds after it was deflected off of a couple of different blue jerseyed Spartans. Yeah, that's a collision that Kroon is going to lose even if he's running full speed.
It's a semi-truck versus a VW, baby.
Inbounds pass up high to Armstrong. Reverse spin dribble out to McNeil, who just checked in. And McNeil is going to be called for a screen. A foul. He handed the ball on the weave to Simpson, and while he was on the move, kept on going and smashed into Charlie. So the second foul on McNeil, team first. 48-28, Paladins down, and Kroon dribbling left side, getting free, passing out into the right corner. Bryant Irwin, one dribble to the left, shoots, three-pointer, no good.
Oh.
And the ball knocked out of bounds.
My goodness.
Well, they're going to give that to
Armstrong. I mean,
yeah, I thought Armstrong easily touched it last.
Armstrong, yeah, that was off of Armstrong, and that was a bad call by the official.
Jeff Jackson voicing his displeasure.
Hard to get on the officials when we haven't played so well ourselves. You know. But, you know, look, we got a lot of basketball to play. You get this thing down to 10 with six minutes to go. And that's not, you know, that's certainly something that can happen, and you got a chance to win this ball game. But you've got to play defense, and for one of the first times all year, you see the Paladins extending the court.
Yeah, bring really. Some full court pressure.
Yeah. Let's play.
A little bit of a trap. Yeah. They beat it over with a pass on the far side. Parker into the front court. Paulus at the top. Hands it to Armstrong. Armstrong dribbling on David Brown. Into the paint. Goes up. Brown, good defense. Blocked the shot.
That was.
Landed in the hands of Charlie Reddick. Up to Irwin. Back to Weidman. His three is no good, and it ricochets out of bounds off the shot.
Well, that's a shame because the Paladins did a great job defensively. I thought Bryant Irwin really set up Weidman very, very well for a wide open three from the wing. Just weren't able to get it to drop, but you know, much more intensity here for the Paladins in the first minute and a half or 2.5 minutes of this second half. And again, you're seeing the full court pressure, and you're going to see the Furman trap with an opportunity.
48-28.
Man to man, they're going to get out of there.
Inbound to Parker. He waves everybody off. David Brown will guard him man-to-man as Parker comes across the timeline. Lob pass inside to Williams, who got behind Chusu, who just checked in. And Brian Irwin coming over to help commits a foul and will send Williams to the line. For Bryant, that'll be his second and team first here in the half. Stephen Kroon will check back in. Get an idea that as long as there is even the slightest hint of a heartbeat in the patient, we're going to see a lot of different guys rotating in and out.
Well,
as they keep some defensive pressure on.
If you're gonna play full court defense, you're gonna have to run some guys in and out of there, and you tell them you go in there for 2-3 minutes, man, you go hard.
Williams at the free throw line, shooting 2, and he misses the first one.
I thought David Brown really has played a really nice rotation so far. Still in there. Stephen Kroon coming back. Charlie Reddick getting a little blow. So you got the 2 guards in there, Brown and Kroon, in there together, and you should see some really good defensive pressure by the Paladins.
Williams was 50% from the line on the year before he missed that first shot. Second one, missed that one too, and then Chusu knocked the rebound out of bounds off his own knee.
And you know, that's one of those where I think Locke just kind of moved Sushu, you know, just moved him a little bit. And instead of
inbounds pass to Williams underneath, that's easy, layup and in.
Yeah, but Sushu couldn't, you know, maintain his position.
50-28. Allen is down 22 again. Kroon passes inside to Chusu, gets free on the block left side. His layup is no good. Armstrong, the offside rebound for the Spartans. He'll dribble to the top, back to Locke. The big man firing the 3. It's good.
My goodness.
And they are up 25. He's got 11 now. 53-28. 17 minutes remaining. Kroon dribbling right side, passing Weidman back here on the left. He'll drive, and a blocking foul going to be called on the drive before the shot. They'll get Paulus. Oh, they're going to give Weidman 2 shots on that. That's generous. We'll take it, but it's generous.
Yeah, that was
third foul on Paulus. Team's second of the half.
that's generous. That's continuation, baby.
That's the old NBA continuation, exactly.
Continuation.
So Weidman will be at the line to shoot 2, and he misses the first one. He is 2 out of 3 from the line now. Ferrara and Colin Reddick back in, as is Charlie Reddick. Brown, Irwin, and Chusu out. 53-28, Paladins down 25. With 16:52 to go in the game. Weidman hits the second one. 53-29 now as Parker brings it into the front court. Kroon there waiting on him. Over on the far side, passes here to Armstrong on the right wing. Off the screen from Locke. Charlie Reddick fights through it. Armstrong dribbling at the free throw line. Backdoor cut by Simpson. And the reverse two-handed slam with more than a little authority along the baseline.
And a nice little 180 spin in the air. That was sweet.
55-29. Shot over on the far side by Kroon. No good, but he was fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2. And that foul will be on K.L. Locke, and that's his third. That'll get McNeil up off the bench for them. You would think to check in for Locke after the first of the 2 free throws coming from Kroon.
Man.
Kroon with 4 points in the game.
Oh, Paladins, you know, you just have to make everything now in terms of free throws. Just cannot afford to miss opportunities to score. And then again, gonna have to start. I like the effort a little bit better this second half, but gonna need a little help from Greensboro.
Kroon got the first one. McNeil indeed is in.
But again, I think you look at it incrementally.
Second shot is up and good.
You know, you get it down to 15, then you get it down to 10, and as you know, you're down 10 with 3-4 minutes to go. It's not out of reach.
Well, you basically have to start playing this game in the 4-minute media segments.
Good point. That's twice I've agreed with you tonight. What's going on here?
You know, that's about our month limit.
I'll remember that.
Simpson over on the far side, top of the key, dribbling down the lane, got past Colin Reddick, and Colin blocks the shot from behind, but will get called for the foul.
Boy, Simpson, he is explosive. I mean, he can get up.
Yes, he can.
And he's not afraid to shoot it.
No. So second foul on Colin Reddick, second team foul of the half, and Simpson at the line to shoot a pair. And the first one is good. That's 14 points for Trevis Simpson now. Bobby Austin in, Colin Reddick out. And Simpson will get one more. This is a team that shoots almost 69% from the free throw line as a team.
And you know, for being the second top scoring team in the league, surprisingly they don't shoot better from the line. I mean, because normally it's a place where you're going to get a lot of points. But
Furman down 26. This is the largest deficit of the game. 57-31. We'll get the first media timeout of the second half. At the next stoppage in play, David Brown right wing, Charlie Reddick out top. 10 to shoot it. Charlie, dribble penetration to Bobby Austin, left wing, steps back. 3 on the way, off the front of the rim, no good, and a foul going to be called on the Paladins. And they'll get Larry Weidman for reaching on the rebound attempt. For Larry, that'll be his first. Team number 3, we do indeed have that media timeout. 15:34 to go in the ball game. Paladins down 26, 57-31. And we're back after this from St. Francis on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined with a sports injury, you can trust that St. Francis Sports Medicine will
Make that 4 of 19 from the field in the last 15 minutes.
highly trained network of sports medicine physicians, athletic
I'm surprised we
trainers,
made
and
4.
therapists work as a team
4 of
to treat
19 from the
all
field in the last
sports-related
15 minutes.
injuries, even injuries that
Looks
don't
like
occur
a
in
couple
practice.
were
So when you need
easy
to get
lay-ins,
back in the
but
game or
yeah.
on a game of life,
4 of 19.
7-5 hurt.
Losing confidence in the economy.
It's like that scene from Bull
Join
Durham.
the crowd. Or better yet, join Greenville Federal Credit
Larry,
Union.
what's our
members
record?
enjoy fewer fee, higher
8,
deposit rates, and
8
lower
and
loan
16,
rates. Because
8
we're your
and 16.
not-for-profit alternative to banks.
How'd we ever win 8?
We just lowered our vehicle loan
It's a miracle.
purchases and refinancing
It's a miracle.
to help you lower your monthly payment. Regain confidence at a Greenville Federal Credit Union location near you. Or visit Greenville.
At this point, it's all the same.
All claims based on average comparison with other financial institutions.
Just a job.
Join and prosper.
Furman Paladins wrap up a 4-game homestand against Elon.
10 seconds. Keep it popping.
YP.com coordinates Arena is at 7 o'clock on 103.3 Slam FM, 96.3 UNCG, and the
3,
Furman
2,
IMG Sports
1, and let's get a comeback win.
With the ever-optimistic John Ellis on the controls back in the studio, I'm Dan Scott, along with Ron Smith and Graham Reynolds here courtside. Paladins down 26. 57-31, Greensboro with the ball as we get back to play following the media timeout. Young Mr. Jordan Potts running the show for them now as they go on offense. Williams over on the far side gets past Weidman and tried to drive for the two-handed jam, came up short, but part of that was because Larry fouled him. That'll be his second foul in a matter of seconds.
And you did see Ferrara go over there for some help side, which I was glad to see. The recognition that I've got to go there and guard the basket as a big man.
Second on Weidman, 4th team foul of the half. And David Williams, who just missed 2 free throws a moment ago, make him 19 out of 40 on the season from the line. Left-hander puts that one up, and that one's no good.
You know, he's not, his stroke doesn't look that bad. Just needs to get a little more consistent.
Second shot on the way, and that one's good. We have to wonder, though, he's a junior. Is he going to get any more consistent?
It can happen.
58-31, 27-point lead, largest deficit of the game, turnover. David Brown strip. McNeil comes up with it ahead to Potts, and then Bobby Austin took it back from behind him. Here's Bobby into the front court, over on the far side of the floor. Picks up the dribble, goes to Weidman. Baseline right, in traffic, passes to Ferrara. Kendrick, layup, scores.
Good pass.
Beat the double team.
And good catch by Kendrick. After what we saw last week, huh?
Here's Simpson firing and missing a long 3. Ball loose on the floor. David Brown comes up with it. 3-on-3, pass to Charlie Reddick. Driving, laying up, scoring in the foul. Charlie's first points of this game.
Hard to believe.
And it's 58-35, and he's got a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, that is hard to believe that Charlie has not scored yet. And after really it looked like, you know, the Citadel game, he looked as healthy as I've seen him all year, really. Pretty explosive, jumping real well, running the floor. And he just has been stymied tonight. Paladins down 23.
Charlie Reddick will be at the free throw line. There's some condensation or as Ron likes to call it, sweat on the other end of the floor. They're getting it up with a towel.
Perspiration, man. Perspiration.
Good old-fashioned sweat.
It's sweat. Sweat equity. That's what we needed some in the first half. We didn't have any
Seems
sweat
like
equity.
You might perspire on a baseball field, but you sweat in a gym, don't you?
That's right.
Here's Charlie Reddick missing the free throw. And run down in the far corner by Potts. What were you saying?
I would hope we sweat on the baseball field. Women's tennis players
Perspire?
Yes.
Armstrong dribbling top of the key. Passes down the lane, and it was deflected away from the intended target. Williams. McNeil came up with it. Out to Potts. His three, too long, no good. But the rebound knocked all the way out front to Simpson, and they'll restart the shot clock on a new possession. Potts to Armstrong. Right side of the key. Armstrong, a little shake and bake move.
That's
up and
a
under.
walk.
Got Weidman airborne. Missed a shot. Got his own rebound. Bobby Austin knocked it away from him, and Armstrong touched it last. Out of bounds. It'll be Furman ball.
Armstrong just uses his body so well. He gets inside at 10 feet and gets a guy like Stephen Kroon on him, who really can't handle him physically, and just uses his body to create an open shot.
Here's Bobby Austin, left wing, pump fake on the three, driving to the basket. The runner short, no good. Colin Reddick to follow, and the score. Colin with 10, and we're down by 21 now. 58-37, a 6-0 run for the Paladins. Here's McNeil driving, shooting over Reddick, no good. Armstrong, though, the follow and the basket.
Goodness.
Armstrong with 9, 60-37, 13-10 to go. Paladins down 23 again as Charlie Reddick dribbles to the right side of the key. Down low to Colin on the right block, spinning into the lane, puts it up left-handed, no good. Fouled, though, as he hits the deck, and he'll go to the line and shoot two. With 13 minutes even to go in the half, it'll be his first trip to the line. Colin playing with a brace on his left knee. He's got a sprained MCL, but out there still playing and still playing hard.
Yep.
Looks like maybe he got jabbed in the eye or had a contact jarred loose or something, so he goes over to the end of the bench. They'll give him a moment to try to get himself situated again.
You know, I felt like, Furman had run off 6 in a row. And then you have the missed shot. Armstrong gets the putback. I mean, if we come down and can get 8 in a row, now, we really have something. Maybe we can press then and knock down a 3, and then you can kind of get back into this ball game, but cannot give second chance points.
Colin Reddick hits the first free throw. Brian Irwin in, and Bobby Austin out. 60-38. The 22-point margin is what it was at the half. It got up to 27.
Yeah, 27?
Yep.
Ooh.
Second shot, good.
That's not good at home.
Colin with 12. He'll check out. Kendrick Ferrara in. 60-39, and Paladin's going to put some pressure on the inbound again, full court.
Gotta do
Man-to-man, though.
They're just clearing out then. It shouldn't be a big issue for Potts.
Potts bringing it up against Kroon over to the right wing. Dribbling back to the top of the key now. Simpson with Charlie Reddick on him. Running around behind McNeil, then drops a pass off to McNeil, and he goes to the glass and scores. That's an unintentional moving screen because Simpson just kind of ran behind him. Here's Kroon flying down the floor, putting up a wild shot that doesn't go. The other way, lob pass from Armstrong to Simpson, and Simpson couldn't handle the pass cleanly and is called for a travel.
I don't think I'd be too happy about that if I'm Wes Miller, because Simpson or Armstrong had the layup, and they tried to get the ESPN top 10 highlight, and it didn't connect.
I think we just better feel very fortunate that he didn't handle that pass cleanly, or they would have gotten the highlight.
That would have been, yeah.
Here's Kroon driving, left-handed, scoring, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line, and if they called that on Paulus, they did. That's his fourth. So Kroon with 8 points now and a chance to make it 9. and cut this lead to an even 20. It's 62-41 right now. And Kroon going to the line. Bobby Austin in. Irwin out.
Chip away, man. But it's got, I mean, just, again, got to make all your free throws and really, really have to play defense.
You get it to 20 at the under 12 timeout. Get it to 15 at the under 8 timeout. Get it to 10 or 9 at the under 4 timeout and take your chances.
Yeah. I like it. Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Easier said than done.
Yes, it is. Kroon hits the free throw.
But I tell you what. I mean,
none of it happens if they don't play defense, though.
With the three, you know, you make a couple threes, that changes things.
Yeah. And the one thing you do have going in your favor, if you can find some defense, is you've got a Greensboro club that
gives up.
Statistically does not defend well. Here's Armstrong on a backdoor cut, taking a bounce pass, couldn't control it, out of bounds. And it'll be Furman ball with 12:02 to go and a chance to get it under 20. Not getting too excited, not putting the cart before the horse, but you got to start somewhere.
That's right.
You were down 27 not too long ago.
My goodness.
Here's Brown dribbling out high. Picks up that dribble, goes to Charlie Reddick, far side. We'll get a media timeout now. The next dead ball, Charlie behind the back dribble at the top of the key. To the right elbow, out to Weidman. Weidman, 15 in the shot clock. To Colin Reddick, just outside the post. Back out to Charlie. 3 on the way.
Yep.
Got it! That'll help. Charlie with 5, 62-45. They got it to 17 now. So they've shaved 10 points off that lead, 11:26 to go. And Wes Miller, he's not going to wait for the media timeout. He's going to call a 30, and they'll stretch that to a full. So, just a little more intrigue into this one right now. Furman once down 27 in this half, down to 17, and still 11:26 to go, 62-45. We'll take a break, come back after this from the South Carolina Educational Lottery on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Education is very important to the South Carolina Education Lottery, and so are
Yes, I am optimistic.
When our games become something other than fun, it's time to stop and reach out for help. If you or someone you know or love needs help, please call.
Well, the bricks had to stop after a while. I mean, now they got to make some stops.
Is very important to us. So have fun, play smart, but always play responsibly.
For more information, call 1-877-452-5155. To stand out in this league, you better put up some big numbers, like, say, 47. Introducing the 2013 Fusion Hybrid with a best-in-class 47 city and highway combined MPG. And its dynamic hybrid powertrain can cruise up to 62 miles per hour in all-electric mode. So, go green and go further in the 2013 Fusion Hybrid. To learn more, visit yourcarolinaford.com. EPA estimated 47 city, 47 highway, 47 combined MPG. Actual mileage may vary. Class of midsize hybrid sedans for 2012-2013 competitors.
Don't miss the YP.com Coach Jeff Jackson
10 seconds, guys.
1/2 hour before tip-off, right here on 103.3 Spin FM, 96.3 WGOG,
3,
and the Furman
2,
IMG Sports
1,
Network.
and go.
Dan Scott, Ron Smith back here at Timmons Arena following the timeout. Furman gets it to within 17, Ron, and doing pretty well from the field here in the second half.
Doing a much better job here in the second half from the field, 6 of 14 for the Paladins. Still only 1 of 5 from beyond the arc, but that big 3 by Charlie helped.
62-45. Here's Simpson curling, taking the pass, driving and scoring down the lane.
That's a nice play by Greensboro out of the timeout. Set up their leading scorer. Opportunity for him to drive the lane and use his great athletic ability.
Simpson with 17, and here's Bobby Austin nearly losing the ball. It was knocked away. It goes out of bounds off of Greensboro. It'll be Paladin ball, and now we get the official under 12 media timeout at 10:57. And Furman down 19 now, 64-45. Back after this from TNG Electric on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Consider TNG Electric for your next residential or commercial project. TNG stands apart when it comes to value, response time, and most importantly, integrity. Visit tngelectric.net to learn more.
Keep fighting, guys. Keep fighting.
Value, lower cost, faster response.
The YP.com website is your local search engine. If you're looking for a good restaurant, it can help you find the right one nearby.
1992 Atlanta Braves, baby.
Or if you're
Get your rally caps on.
You can use the YP app to find the closest repair shop. Or maybe you're just looking for something to do on a Friday night. Well, it has great local coupons for all sorts of things in your area. No matter what, when, or where, if you're looking for something, YP Local Search can help you find it. So go to YP.com or download the app to search local, find local, and save local.
Consider T&G Electric for your next residential or commercial project. T&G stands apart when it comes to value, response time, and most importantly, integrity. Visit dngelectric.net to learn more. T&G Electric, more value, lower cost, faster response.
Jeff Jackson Providence are back at YP.com court one more time to meet Elon University this Saturday afternoon.
10 seconds now, sorry.
Off is at 7 o'clock on 103.3 Spin FM, 96.3 WGOG, and the
2, 1, and go.
Alongside Dan and Ron, Graham Reynolds here at Timmons Arena. Furman down by 19. Got some scores for you. With 14:34 left in the second half, it is Indiana 48 and Illinois 39.
Yeah.
Now in the SoCon, Elon trails Wofford 34-42. Davidson leads Western Carolina 56-42.
All right, Graham, thank you much. Back to play here. Paladins with the ball out of the timeout. Down 19. Here's Weidman, left wing, down low to Colin Reddick on the block. Colin backing, spinning, turning and shooting over Locke, and the ball just short. Rebound Armstrong, up the floor to Simpson, on the run, in transition, off the glass, count the basket and the foul. Just like that, it's back to a 21-point lead.
They can score in a hurry.
Kroon called for the foul.
After both of the timeouts. And what you know, you said, well, he called the timeout before the media timeout. What that effectively does is you've got two timeouts in, say, 30, 35 seconds. That really slows down the momentum for a team that's coming back. I like it.
Simpson's free throw is good. And it's a 67-45 game. And Simpson now with a game-high 19. Kroon, little crossover dribble, top of the key. Goes to Weidman on the baseline, driving, and his basket no good. A foul called, though.
Weidman showed some strength there.
K.O. Locke just picked up his fourth personal foul with 10:21 to go, and Weidman will go back to the line where he is 3 out of 4 tonight.
I tell you, can you imagine Locke last year in high school basketball? I mean, I bet he was a beast. And he showed the ability to shoot the three, but inside, my goodness, I just can't imagine many high school basketball players being able to just go head-to-head with him, toe-to-toe with him down on the low post.
Weidman misses the free throw. Locke out, McNeil back in for the Spartans.
Locke from Baltimore, Maryland. McDonough High School.
Second shot up, and that one rattles in good. So Larry 3 out of 5 from the line now. He's got 10. Excuse me, he's got 11. Pass down to Armstrong against the press, scores, and a foul on Weidman. How does that happen? I mean, just a long pass down the floor.
Nobody talking. I mean,
Weidman just picked up his third, team number 6. Armstrong going to the line to try and finish off a three-point play now. He's got 11. And their lead back up to 23. It's been as high as 27 in this half.
We started getting excited there for a few minutes.
Misses the free throw, but Simpson gets the rebound, spins in the paint. A nice little up and under move. Got the shot to go. 71-46.
Back to 25.
Here's Kroon. Passing in the corner to Irwin, out to Charlie Reddick. Open three, short. Irwin fighting for the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds last touch by Greensboro.
As you look out at these two teams, and you watch them warm up, and you just it's just hard to imagine that we would be down 25 points at home here.
Weidman off the inbound, driving, forcing the shot up, in traffic it goes, and he's fouled. Foul on Parker. His first, and team foul number 8. And Weidman with 13 points now and a chance to make it 14. He is 4 out of 6 from the line on the evening and shooting 1 here. And he missed. Colin Reddick, though, comes up with the rebound, feeds Irwin to the basket in the lay-in. 4-point trip for the Paladins, back within 21 at 71-50, 9:45 to go. Parker will take it up the floor. Here's a turnover. Charlie Reddick takes it away, passes to Kroon. Kroon down the lane, and he's going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line. Had Steven looked up, Irwin running the lane on the left side, that would have been an easy layup.
Irwin, but I felt like Irwin needed to get a little, they were too close. One guy could guard both of them. Irwin needed to spread out, or Steven needed to, I mean, they were both within maybe 10 feet of each other. They need to spread out a little bit, and you can make that pass. That would have been a tough pass to deliver.
Foul on Williams, his third. Kroon at the line, and the free throw's good. Steven 4 out of 4 from the line now. He's got 10. Ferrara in, Colin Reddick out. Steven a big deep breath. 71-51, chance to get it under 20 again. And can't do it. In and out. Rebound to Williams. Parker will slow it up now. Come across midcourt. And a foul going to be called on Parker as he did a little clear off with his off arm as he dribbled against Kroon. Now that was a little cheapy, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Non-shooting foul, but team 10th, so Furman will be shooting in the double bonus the rest of the way. 9:16 to go. Kroon down the lane, travel. Jeff Jackson doesn't like it. When you're down 20, 9:14 to go, you don't like a whole lot of anything.
That's right. But when you're down 20 and you played like this, I don't know. I don't know if you say a lot to the officials, you know?
Timeout called by UNCG.
Greensboro calls a timeout before they can get the ball inbounds. 30-second timeout brought to you by Corporate Benefits and Raymond Newsom, great friends of the Furman Paladins. But that, that kind of,
well,
you put it in baseball terms. You're down big in the, say maybe 5 or 6, 7 runs in the 7th inning. Are you doing it for effect, or are you doing it because you really believe that?
Yeah, I think it depends on how your team is played. I mean, if you played pretty good baseball and you're battling and you got a chance, then but if your team, I just think when your team's playing poorly, and it's maybe some of it's been lack of effort, or lack of focus, then that's got to be your focus, because you certainly don't want the kids to focus on the officials, right? You've got to focus on yourselves and take responsibility yourselves.
All right, back to it against the pressure. They beat it. Simpson dribbling up the floor. Then everybody backs off of him, and Simpson drives right down the lane, and a tomahawk slam.
Like the Red Sea, speaking of the Bible.
Wow. 73-51. Paladins down 22. Irwin, top of the key to Kroon on the wing right side. He'll dribble to the baseline, pass in here to the corner to the left to Weidman. Charlie Reddick, free throw line. Irwin steps back into the corner, fires the 3 on the way. Good. Nope. Did they give him the 3 or the 2? They gave him 2. Said he had a foot on the line. Bryant was 6. Here is Williams getting the ball stripped underneath, got it back, pass out to Armstrong. He drives, feeds McNeil, another dunk. And McNeil hit the floor, but he's okay. 75-53 with 8:20 to go. Paladins down by 22. Jeff's going to call a 30-second timeout. Kind of get the idea now that he might be trying to get a technical.
Well, I think that when your team has played poorly, then you focus on that, and whether or not the officials are right or wrong about things. Because I think if you get too involved with the officials, the kids see that maybe they don't focus on their own lack of focus and lack of playing the way they are capable. Look, we both know this is a club that's got some capabilities, and I think my biggest disappointment is just I haven't seen some leadership from some of the more experienced players on the team, and at some point when you're not playing well, I mean, you got to see a guy come to another guy and say, hey, let's go. Let's go. Get in his face a little bit. Grab his shoulder. And let's go. Come on.
You know the one guy who does that consistently? Jordan Lloyd. Unfortunately, he's not in uniform.
I haven't seen. I mean, maybe he's done that. I don't remember him doing it that much. But
I have seen him do it on a number of occasions in the huddle. Yeah.
Dan, regardless of that, I mean, he's been out all year.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. The one guy who's doing it's the one guy who's not playing, and therefore it doesn't have an effect.
There's some guys out there that need to step up.
I would agree with you. Furman bringing it up the floor now after the timeout. Croon into the front court. Potts waiting on him. Steven pushed off, didn't get a foul called on him. They jump him, he loses it, gets it back at midcourt. Goes to Irwin, over on the right wing to Weidman, and now to Charlie Reddick. Now they're gonna try to double team Charlie. They back off of it. Croon, 13 on the shot clock, lob it down low to Ferrara. Block left side, spinning, jump hook, short. McNeil with the board for Greensboro. Quick outlet to Potts. We've got a media timeout coming at the next dead ball. 7:44 to go. Paladins down 22, 75-53. Williams. And now McNeil, 15 to shoot it. Backdoor cut, Williams on the baseline. He won't put it up. He'll come back out to McNeil. 10 to shoot it. McNeil crossover, down the lane he goes and draws the foul from Ferrara. So when we come back, McNeil will be at the line shooting a pair for Kendrick, his first. That is team foul. Number 7 on the Paladins. 7:24 to go. And Furman is down 22, 75-53. We'll be back after this from St. Francis on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined this sports century, you can trust that St. Francis Sports Medicine will get you back on the court in record time. Our highly trained network of sports medicine physicians,
little constructive criticism,
physical therapists,
regardless of who's home and who's away. When you're announcing the score, always give the team who's ahead first. Never say 34 to 42. Okay.
Call 675-HURT.
Outside of that, sounds good. All right. Matter of fact, might let you finish. Just go home.
It's time to stop and reach out for help.
I don't know.
If you or someone you know or love needs help, please call the South Carolina Gambling Helpline. Educating players is very important to us. So have fun, play smart, but always play responsibly.
For more information, call 1-877-452-5155.
You can catch Dan Scott and Ron Smith's call of each and every home game by tuning in to 105.9 inside Timmons Arena. Follow the Paladins home and away all season long on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Furman shooting 19 of 48 for the game, but just 2 out of 15 from the three-point line. Greensboro 31 of 52 overall, 9 of 15 from behind the arc. They've got McNeil at the free throw line right now. Shooting 2 as we get back to play. 7:24 to go.
Yeah, I can tell you that I have been on the bench and on the end of some of when things aren't going well for your team and everything seems to be falling apart, and as hard as you try, things aren't going well, and no matter what you try, it doesn't work, and it makes for a it makes for a long final 7 minutes and 20 seconds here as a coach,
McNeil missed them both. No, you're
tough.
right.
It's tough. I mean, you look at those guys, I've been there.
Irwin a 3 out of the right corner. It rattles in and out twice, no good. Charlie Reddick with the follow, and he's fouled on the way up by McNeil, and that'll be his 4th. I guess the only thing from a silver lining standpoint, if you're looking for absolutely something positive, barring a comeback of biblical proportions by the Paladins here, at least there's no 3-hour bus ride after the game.
Yeah, no doubt. That would be very unpleasant, even with you.
Well, I was with you on a couple of those last year.
Yeah.
But I do have to admit, and trust me, one season, small sample size, but you do a good job of kind of shaking that off and not letting that carry over to the bus trip, to the next day, not just for you, but for your kids. Charlie hit both free throws on the inbounds pass. There is a ball deflected out of bounds here in front of us, and it will stay their ball.
I said, did you see it?
Jeff is
he's working it.
He sure is.
He's frustrated. And
long pass as they set us back screen. Williams got free. Pushed the shot up as he's hammered by Irwin, and it goes in anyway. It'll be that kind of night, or has been that kind of night, for the Paladins.
Foul called on Furman's number 15, Bryant Irwin. That's his.
Well, you talk about losing big or whatever. I mean, it's almost always for me about how you execute. If you execute a game plan, if you do the things, if you feel like the team was into the game and did the things that you asked them to do, or at least tried to. And if they did that, then obviously you don't like to get beat, especially to get beat badly. But you control what you can control.
Here's a three-pointer by Brown, no good. They missed a free throw. Paladins got the rebound, couldn't convert. 77-55 Greensboro. Armstrong driving, passing across the lane. It was tipped out of bounds by the Paladins to the Greensboro bench. And I guess that's, again, we talk sometimes about, as a coach at this level, your full-time coach, part-time psychologist, you have to know when to apply the whip and when not to, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's Williams off the inbound, driving, scoring in the foul. Beat Irwin to the basket.
And again, I think it's I'd put a bunch of new guys in. I would. But I think it's all about effort. If you feel like your team is putting forth effort, then you talk about the mistakes that are made, and you hope that you're going to eliminate those. But if there's not effort, then I think you have every right to be angry.
Williams misses the free throw. Pass up the floor. Colin Reddick saves it from going out of bounds under the basket. Up top to Kroon. Lob it right back into Colin. Turn, spin, the jump hook in and out. No good. And McNeil the board for Greensboro. Quick outlet to Potts. 79-55. They lead it by 24.
That was point-blank range.
Pass down underneath. Simpson, score it. Count the basket, and a foul.
Good by Trevis Simpson.
And we're back up to 26.
Foul called on
Kroon,
number 14,
the guilty party.
Kroon. That's his second.
Team number 10. Trevis Simpson now with 25 and a chance to make it 26.
Trevis Simpson to the line, shooting one.
Shot is up and good. Simpson 4 out of 4 from the free throw line, and this matches their largest lead of the night.
Yeah.
In this half, it was early on, 27 points, 82-55.
And they got it down to 17.
There's a pass as they double team, throw it away, another turnover. Simpson ahead of the floor, spinning, a little 360 move. Foul going to be called on Kroon as he tried to draw a charge. Stephen will be called for his third, but to the free throw line for 2 will be Trevis Simpson.
The other part about getting on officials, I'll never forget, early in my career here, Coach Joe Williams, we were playing an early season game. Actually, it was a scrimmage game. It was against a Yugoslavian team. And they were good. I mean, they were a communist bloc team. They were good. And they were big, strong guys, and they're setting screens. I mean, they're 28, 29-year-old men, playing against us. And we're just getting beat up, And I said something to Coach Williams, and I said, Coach, I mean, are you going to say anything to the officials tonight or not? And pretty cocky of me, but he didn't say anything to me because he had immense patience. Brought me into the office a few days later and said, look, I'm not going to alienate officials for a scrimmage game that we're 20 points down. We're going to have 2 of those officials at least 3 more times this season and possibly in the Southern Conference Tournament. I'm not going to alienate officials.
And there's some wisdom to that.
He had a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. Well, on one end, both free throws made by Trevis Simpson. They lead it by 29. On the other end, Kroon is fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. First one is up and rattles in and out. No good. And I guess that's where also the reputation and relationship that you build with officials over the course of a career comes into play, because there are times, and veteran officials know this more than obviously younger ones will, but there are times that as a coach, whether it's a game like this or something else, there are times that you're simply going to have to vent and have to unload, and it can't be taken personally.
Right.
Because there's no personal venom meant. It's just Kroon hit 1 out of 2, 84-56. Potts right wing, 12 on the shot clock. Driving, Kroon falls down, elbow jumper by Potts, good. I mean, right now they could drop kick one in from half court.
Yeah, how did that go in? I mean, it hit the side in between the rim and the backboard and then somehow crawled up and dropped through.
Weidman passing down left baseline to Irwin, back up top to Weidman. 20 to shoot it. Weidman lowers his shoulder, driving, and he's fouled by Paulus, and Paulus just fouled out of the game. He helped them get the lead in the first half, though. He scored 11 points, 3 of them, in fact. And Weidman back to the free throw line now. 4:52 to go, 86-56. Paladins are down 30. Don't forget that the 4-game homestand wraps up on Saturday. 4 o'clock, the return matchup with Elon. We'll be on the air 3:30 with the YP.com Jeff Jackson show. And then after that, only 2 home games remaining on the season.
Yeah.
Samford comes in and the College of Charleston comes in.
Larry Weidman to the line. Shooting 2.
Clyde Mays giving us some grief as he leaves the building. Weidman hits the free throw.
The big man.
Clyde's got enough equity, he can give us grief whenever he wants to.
He can, and I can tell you, if he was on this team, that there would be, I mean, he would have showed some leadership.
Weidman got them both. 86-58. Parker, double team. They pass across. Yep, there's an over and back. Williams had not established position he was in the front court, came back to the back court, had not established position before he made the catch.
Right.
So that's a turnover. So Kroon out by the diamond F, passing to Charlie Reddick. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Picks up that dribble, needs some help now. And Kroon comes and gets it here in front of us. Kroon directing traffic. Little crossover, spinning in the lane, back out to Weidman. Squares up, pulls the trigger, long 3, got it. His second of the game. Weidman having a big game. He's got 18, but they throw down over the press. McNeil on the run, caught it, laid it in one motion.
They can score in a hurry.
88-61. 4:02. Reddick driving, Charlie missing the runner, no good, got his own rebound, back to the basket, missed again, and McNeil Rebound, nifty behind the back move to keep it away from Weidman, then dribbled it off his own foot out of bounds.
That was a nice move behind the back, but the drop kick was not a good move.
So I guess I was wrong. They couldn't drop kick one in. 3:50 to go, final media timeout. 88-61, Paladins down 27, and we're back after this from Pepsi on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
The following is a moment from a therapy session with
Got
Pepsi
anything?
Next.
Okay, this is the first session with Pepsi Next. Now, why did you come to see me?
Well, doctor, I've been feeling a little misunderstood.
Yes? And why is this?
I guess it's because I have all the real cola taste, but 60% less sugar than regular Pepsi. I'm not diet and I'm not regular. I'm Pepsi Next. They don't understand me.
This seems as though we are dealing with a cola complex. What we need is to make the world believe you're your own cola.
But they don't believe me. I keep telling people I'm a delicious cola, but they don't seem to get it.
Well, have they actually tried you?
So what you're telling me is that if they drink it, they'll believe it.
Precisely.
Probably help I turn your mic up.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar than regular Pepsi, and crazy enough to be true. Head to facebook.com/Pepsi Next to learn more. Drink it to believe it.
Jeff Jackson's Paladins are back at YP.com court one more time to
10 seconds.
Furman University this Saturday afternoon. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock on 103.3 Spin FM, 96.3 WGOG, and the Furman IMG Sports
and go.
Graham Reynolds here at Timmons Arena. Indiana is up 9 on Illinois. The Elon Phoenix will have their 7-game win streak snapped in Spartanburg, as there are 9 seconds left in that one, and Wofford has a 10-point lead, 60-50. Davidson's up 69-55 on Western Carolina. Georgia Southern trails App State 69-62 with 2:17 left in the second half. And Chattanooga leads the Citadel by 10 with 1:58 to go in the second half. And at halftime, Samford leads College of Charleston 31-26. Guys?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. As we get back to play, Bobby Austin driving to the basket. He's fouled. And K.L. Locke just picks up number 5, so he's done. Bobby Austin yet to score, but he'll go to the line for 2 with 3:38 to go, and Furman down 27, 88-61.
Yeah, you know, if you look at things from an offensive standpoint, Furman is on track to score the same number of points they scored at Greensboro when they won 69-61. Unfortunately, they have already given up 27 points more to this club with 3:05 to go. I mean, they could reach 100 conceivably, very easily.
Here's Austin, and his free throw no good. Well, you go back again to the Citadel game.
Yeah.
In the second half, gave up 60 points in the second half, 48 points in the first half here tonight.
And they've given up 40 here in the second half already.
Bobby hits the second one, so he's got 1 point. 88-62.
Well, you can see why Greensboro is the second leading scoring team in the conference. They've got some ability to put the ball in the basket.
This is one of those teams that every coach in the league, you get into the Southern Conference tournament and they just say, oh, man, do we really want to play these guys?
Yeah, because they're just
you just
so
never know what you're going to get out of them.
Yeah, I mean,
turnover as Irwin took it away. Paladins have it back.
I mean, defensive teams can be pretty consistent. You know, offensive teams can be very scary.
Bobby Austin pulls the trigger top of the key, too strong, no good. Williams runs down the rebound over on the far sideline. He'll dribble it into the front court. Bobby hustling from behind, diving and knocking the ball out of bounds. 2:57 to go. 88-62. Get it into Potts, and he'll dribble it out high by the Diamond F. McNeil. Some of your players over there giving you grief?
Yes.
Is that Olmstead in the middle, or is that Jones?
That's Jonesy.
Is that Jonesy?
Yeah.
There's a turnover, ball out of bounds. Furman gets it back.
Well, the ball went over to Zach Greenwell, and he grabbed it and stood up like he was going to shoot right away. You know,
But, well, shouldn't he have grabbed it and jumped up like he was going to throw down to second? Here's Kroon on the drive. The left-hand layup is good. 88-64. Clock running. 2:10. Brian Cole in the game, 6'8" junior. Shot missed. Charlie Reddick the rebound. Picks up his dribble on the far side and passes across here to Kroon. Kroon, he'll pull the trigger on the three. Short, no good. And Charlie, look out, way up. Hits the deck hard.
Yeah, we don't need Charlie to get
No.
hurt. Coach going to get him out now.
Foul called on UNCG's number 12.
Got a guy who's got a bad hip already, and he came down hard on his hip.
Charlie Reddick
Goes to the line to shoot a pair.
shooting 2.
But he will come out at the next opportunity. If he hits both of these, he comes out. So Charlie puts it up, misses the first one.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 33, Tyler McNeely. In for Furman,
Aaron O'Neill in, David Brown in, Austin and Stephen Kroon out. You know, seeing Brian Cole out there on the floor as that shot's up and good.
Into the game
Reminds me of the
number 24, Larry Weidman.
NBA in the 80s when the Celtics and the Lakers were so dominant. And you knew, for instance, for the Lakers, if big 7'4" Swin Nader ever got in the game, that they had it locked up.
Yeah.
88-65 as Williams shoots and misses. Rebound by Tyler McNeely. His follow is no good. Weidman up the floor for the Paladins. Looking down inside for Chusu. Ball loose on the floor, still loose. O'Neal goes to a knee to get it, throws it away. Potts runs it down, but not before he stepped out of bounds and almost took out Ron Smith.
No, I was diving for cover, man.
1:05 to go.
I was worried about my Cheetos.
Do what you want to me. Leave my food alone.
Yeah.
David Brown to Larry Weidman. Long three, Irwin straight away, in and out, no good. Potts the board. 53 seconds to go. Paladins are going to fall to 6-15 overall, 3-7 in the SoCon. Spartans will improve to 7-15 and 5-6 in the conference. And
traveling.
Here is Cole traveling down on the other end. 42 seconds to go. David Brown. Weidman down the lane, jump stop, passes on the baseline to Chusu. Out to Irwin, he'll step in, back out to Weidman, open three, left of the key, in and out, no good. Potts the rebound, and Greensboro won't have to shoot it again. 20 seconds remaining. He'll get across the midcourt line. You hear Jeff Jackson saying, get off of him to Aaron O'Neill. And the final 10 seconds are going to walk off or roll off the clock. And Jeff already standing at midcourt waiting to shake hands with Wes Miller. And that'll do it. 88 to